The guy has played 22 games, ejected 4 times, suspended for 12 games in total now. He plays 5 minutes a game. All he does is fight and run around. Like, what is his purpose in the NHL? I don't even know at this point. Welcome to episode 18 of the Barely Onside podcast with your hosts, Jonny G and Pelly. How you doing, man?
Doing good, brother. How you doing?
Doing excellent. How's the fam doing?
Fam is fantastic, man. You know, Tucker, tired, having fun. You know, Christmas time, baby.
Yeah.
How's your fam?
They're good, man. Good, man. Everyone's happy, healthy, loving the holidays. So it's been a lot of fun, eh? Spending time with the fam. Caitlin's off. I'm off. Everyone's off. So we're just having a good time, man. A really good time.
Love it.
But there's a lot to talk about, man. There's a lot to talk about in the NHL. So how about we just get started, man? Let's
get started.
Let's do it. So Matt Rempe suspended 8 games. New York Rangers, Matt Rempe, suspended by NHL player safety 8 games for his hit from behind and elbow on Dallas Stars Miro Heiskanen. Rempe was playing in just his 5th game of the season, spending the majority of his season in the American Hockey League. The 6'9" giant has been ejected in 4 of the 22 games he's played in the NHL so far. He's only played 5 games in the NHL this season, and his 5th game, he got suspended. Well warranted, no?
Yeah. I was expecting 5 games. I thought 8 was a little, but I mean, the elbow was pretty obvious. I didn't think there was too much charging, but he did lift up on it. I just didn't think he was going to get 8. I mean, I just feel bad for the guy. You know, he's just trying to make his team's in the shitter. You know, they're not doing well. And I think he's just trying to make a name for himself. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel bad for the guy, but I just feel like he just has to learn how to just not hurt people, you know? It's unfortunate, man. I like the kid. I think it's good for the sport, but 8 games, it is what it is. I mean, 22 games played and ejected 4 times or 5 times now.
No, that was 4. It's 4.
That was 4 times.
But he's been suspended. He's been suspended already for 4 games, which is why they didn't made. They just doubled it.
I understand that. I'm just shocked why this hasn't happened in the AHL, where that's a rougher, tougher league. You know, the elite go to the NHL, you know, the more finesse. But it's just, I think he has potential, man. I think he just needs to stay with it and learn how to be more of a defensive forward, you know, play his role and try to take his hits where he can and just. But I think it would have been a different story if it wasn't a star player that he hit. You know, if he would have hit Matthews, he probably would have been blackballed from the NHL for life. But either way, I don't know. It's tough. It is what it is. I get it. So it was a pretty bad elbow, but I feel like if he would have used his back, it wouldn't have been that bad. Right? So
yeah, maybe that's what he's got to start doing, man. Maybe he's got to start using his back. Just turn around.
Yeah.
Elbows down like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Does.
Like,
do what Matthew Tkachuk does. Use your back.
Yeah.
Lay him out. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know, man. Like, it begs the question, though. Like, does this guy even belong in the NHL? Like, the guy has played 22 games, ejected 4 times, suspended for 12 games in total now. He plays 5 minutes a game. All he does is fight and run around. Like, what is his purpose in the NHL? I don't even know at this point.
His purpose is to run around and hit people. He's an enforcer, man. I think it's what his duty's supposed to do. You know, I think he needs to get moved to another organization and get rebranded. And he needs a coach that's going to help him do that. So I think he needs to move on from New York Rangers. So I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know, man. Like, I it's hard to say because I don't know. Like I just said, like, what does he bring? Like, other than fighting, like, what does he bring?
Fucking
honestly,
rights, man.
Like, he can't control the things that he does.
It's hard when you're
Like, there's-
6'9". Like, you look back on that hit, and people say he ran him. He took a stride. Like, he's just a giant, you know? I don't think he helps it. Like, remember Bugard? What he did? He did the exact same shit, except he was way worse. You know? I don't know. People are so soft. I don't know. He's meant to play hockey, man. Just let him be. I just think he needs to shaping up. So, Team Rempe all the way. So,
yeah.
That's my take, man.
Yeah, he's starting
Fighting's in the
I don't
game.
know.
Like, look at Olivier. Olivier beat the shit out of Rempe. You know? But Olivier can play hockey and control himself. I think he just needs to learn how to control his hits.
Yeah. I was listening to
he just needs some development. That's all it is, man.
Yeah, he needs some help. But who can help him, man? Who can help
John
him? Someone needs to help
Tortorella.
him.
John Tortorella can help him.
Yeah, you know what? Bring him in and let him shadow Delorier. You know what I mean?
I would love that. I would love that.
Or Olivier too, man. Like that guy. Apparently, what I heard in the broadcast was that he was. I think I don't know how many games ago. Maybe it was 2 games ago. But he was the most used forward on the team. He played over 20 minutes, which is wild.
Yeah.
Right? How do you go
He's
from
a
like
great
a
player, man.
line enforcer to all of a sudden, oh, you can play? I think he's in double digits in goals, and he's getting over 20 minutes a night. Like, dude, man, this is the perfect hockey player, man. Perfect hockey player.
And that's how Tanner Gino was too. Before he was start fighting a lot, when he first was in Nashville, man, he was double digits. He could play, just a workhorse, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you should try to be, right? So, I don't know.
Yeah, love him
I feel like
too.
fighting isn't as popular this season in the NHL.
No, it definitely isn't. We thought, I know last year it seemed like it was back, right? I mean,
it was back
when everyone kind of moved over to the east. Laurier came. It was Ryan Reeves and Arbor Jack.
Revo,
like,
Delorier.
Yeah, they all came over from the west, and but then just kind of died off.
Oh yeah,
man.
remember when New York and New Jersey and New York, the whole line dropped their gloves.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Speaking of New York, though, I mean, I think that's enough on Rempe. He's got a lot of our attention last pod or a couple pods ago.
Sure.
So I mean, 8 games is what it is. The guy's he deserves it, I think. So move on. But we'll stick it with New York Rangers. Chris Krieder, healthy scratched Monday afternoon for their game against the New Jersey Devils. They ended up losing the game 5-0. Managing just 12 shots. Krieder is struggling this year with 11 goals and just 1 assist in 30 games played. But, I mean, as a team, the Rangers have lost 13 of 17 games and are on the outside looking in at a playoff spot. Interesting decision to bench someone who's been a Ranger for so long and who's been a good Ranger and who's done so much for that organization. It's kind of funny to see him get benched, eh?
Yeah, and it's kind of funny to see them sign the biggest goalie contract and they're losing terribly. I mean, I just kind of put that together. I'm like, since he signed the contract, they haven't been playing that well.
No, even before that, though, honestly.
Yeah, I know, but still. I don't know why they're not playing well. They have such a talented team.
Yeah, I don't know either. But,
and young talent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, just not producing. Not getting wins, man. They're struggling hard. So the funny thing is about Krieder is that there's rumors about him getting traded. Boston. There's rumors that Boston's interested in getting Krieder. They're looking to stay competitive. They're in third place right now, I think, in the Atlantic, but
yeah, man, they're grinding. It's crazy.
Yeah, but they're close to a wild card too. Like if they lose 2-3 games in a row, then they're right in the wild card. They're right in the mix for a wild card spot. So I mean, they're definitely not a top 3 team in the Atlantic, in my opinion. But rumors. One crazy rumor involving New York with Chris Krieder and Boston is, I don't know if there's any merit to this, but it was Marchand going the other way. He's coming. Brad?
Yeah,
Brad Marchand. He's a UFA at the end of the year. still hasn't signed an extension. And there was talks about Krieder, because Krider still got a couple of years on his deal. So moving away from Brad Marchand and taking in Krider seems wild, but
Yeah, two key players that have been in the organization. That's crazy. I don't know how that would go. I mean, they're not in the same division, so it might work. Yeah. I don't know. I can't see it happening.
no, I can't see that either, man.
I feel like it's too close. I feel like one of them would have to go to the west. I feel like, kind of like Trouba.
Yeah, that's exactly
Right.
what popped into my head too. It's just like, you can't.
Yeah.
How do you make a team that you're competing against? Not, they're in different divisions, like you said, but I mean, it's still the Eastern Conference. There's still two wild cards that you're going after. Yeah, I don't see it happening whatsoever. I mean, I could see Boston wanting Krider. That's no question
Of course.
there. I don't know
Absolutely.
if Brad Marchand going the other way for Kreider's makes a lot of sense for either team, to be honest. I mean, New York, what? You trade for him and then sign him? Give him but he's like 37 years old, so like he's only got a couple years left, so why not just retire in Boston? He's still a competitor, still plays well. Like,
yeah.
Just keep him, obviously, man. But I mean, Boston doesn't have a lot of prospects either to give up for Krider, and who knows what New York wants? Because if I was the New York Rangers, I don't think I'm looking to rebuild. I'm not looking for prospects. I still think like they're in their window of winning. They just need to retool it a little bit because they still have all the pieces, right? And if Zibanejad can get back to the way he can play, I mean, they should be fine next year. I would imagine next year they take a step up
forward.
You step forward, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I can't see this being the new New York Rangers. Like they're not going to be fighting for wild cards, and they're not going to be at the bottom of the standings because right now they're outside the wild card. So I don't see that happening next year, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And I think Vancouver still needs to sign Brock Bozer as well.
Besser, yeah.
Besser would be a good tool for the Rangers.
Yeah.
So,
you know what? That's actually a smart idea because Miller has been linked to the Rangers, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but
originally, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't send both of those guys to the New York Rangers.
No, they couldn't afford him, but Brock Besser would be a stud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a goal scorer right there. So yeah.
Speaking of Miller, though, J.T. Miller, Elias Pettersson, and their situation in Vancouver, there's some new stuff going on. Both J.T. Miller and Elias, I keep calling him Elias, it's Elias, right? Well, Elias Pettersson, they have both spoken to the media regarding their relationship. And this comes after Rick Tocchet and Quinn Hughes basically told the media that there is a rift between the two. They've got a fractured relationship and they need to figure it out. And then the next day, I think it's the next day, this is what Pettersson says in a quote when asked about it by reporters. He's like, "Oh, that's still going on? It's good. I don't know why people still try and make shit up." So he's denying the fact. And then Miller, that same day, you guys, in a sense, the media, have created this thing. I can bring out Petey and we can do the interview together if that will make you guys happy. So basically, you have the two players denying that there's any issues, and then you have the captain and the head coach saying that they have issues and need to figure their shit out. I wonder, crazy. This is what came in my head actually.
I think they already figured it out. I think they're done with it now. They put it aside.
I think that might be part of them listening to their coach and Quinn Hughes and being like, okay, let's squash it. Let's work. Because the Canucks organization came out and said that they need to fix it themselves. And maybe this is the way they go about it. Maybe they've done it. They're ready to move on. And they're just going to deny everything and pretend nothing happened.
I love it. Joke's on you.
Yeah. But, I mean, the Vancouver media, they're not gonna let it go that easily.
No.
They're like the Toronto
the media.
Yeah.
That's the media, man.
Yeah. They need that.
Yeah.
They need that.
It's
juice.
a story.
It's a story.
Yeah, it's a story.
And you know what? And like they can say all they want about the media, and like, oh, they making this up, and the media. They have their sources. People talk to the media. The media just doesn't go and make shit up. They're hearing it from somebody. It's like Larry Brooks in New York. Players want to pretend or people want to pretend that Larry Brooks doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's making things up when he says crazy things about the New York Rangers. It's like, no. Like when he said the Rangers really want Brady Tkachuk, like that's real. Like he's got his sources, just like the people in Vancouver have their sources. They all have sources. People talk, and you can't hide that stuff. So I mean, it's funny what's going on there. I don't know what they're going to end up doing, but I think JT Miller's going to get traded. Yeah. I think he will go to the Rangers. Maybe not this year, but in the summer, I suspect there may be a deal in place. And do you know who might be in? Where did I see this? Oh, you know what I saw? I'm not sure if this is real, but I think it was Larry Brooks who reported this. But he said, back to the Brady Tkachuk thing. He said there is a chance that New York does trade for Brady Tkachuk, but it would cost Alex Lafreniere. And that kind of makes sense, right? Like that's more of a, maybe this could happen. Right? Because I mean,
that'd be a good trade.
Kind of for both sides. Like, yeah. I mean, Tkachuk, totally worth Alexis Lafreniere.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'd rather have Brady Tkachuk on my team. But
yeah, he's a total player.
But then Ottawa's got, a superstar coming back potentially. It's an interesting thought. Interesting deal if that were to happen.
Yeah, Brady's more of a leader. He's like a Jamie Benn, just a full total player. I don't know. I think Lafreniere's just getting better and better each year. So,
well, he got off to a really good start, but he's cooled off a lot.
Well, the whole team is cooled off though, right?
That's true.
They just can't score.
Did you see Keith Tkachuk? I'm not sure where he was, but he was doing an interview the other day. And basically he was like, Matthew Tkachuk, Matthew, didn't call him Matthew Tkachuk, it's his son. He said Matthew, like he's like one of the best shit talkers. Like he'll shit talk you, and like he'll get under your skin. But Brady,
that's what his job. That's what he does.
But Brady looks for violence.
Well, he does.
He does.
100%. He does.
I remember going to a game. It was Ottawa Senators against the Buffalo Sabres, and this was last year. And Buffalo was taking it to them. And in the third period, you could see that Brady was pissed off. He was running around, like finishing checks hard, and he just looked pissed off, right? And then you could just see it. It's just like, man, this guy looks dangerous on the ice. Like, he's dangerous. Like, he's doing right now, he's dangerous. He's pissed off. He's running guys. And then what happens is he skates by Alex Tuck. And Alex Tuck puts his knee out and clips him. And actually, what was it? No, it was Brady went high. I think it was a high hit on Tuck, just a little before that. And then, so when Tuck saw him coming, he stuck his knee out and got him. And Tkachuk just instantly drops his gloves, runs at him. Tuck's like, I have no choice, drops his gloves. And then,
love it.
And then Tkachuk just gives him a beating. Like, you see, like, the bloody eye on Tuck because...
that's intent to injure too when you do shit like that, right?
Oh, it was dangerous, man. I was watching him. I was like, dude, this is not. I don't feel like it's okay. Like, just because you're pissed off doesn't mean like people can get injured here. But that's Brady Tkachuk. That's hockey, man, and that's what he does. He looks.
It is hockey, but if you put your knee out, it
wasn't a big thing though. No, it wasn't like a big. No? It was just like just like he was skating by and it was just like a little nudge. But for Tkachuk, he was just like he was boiling, and it just
rattled.
Yeah, he just took that for him to be like,
you want a guy like that on your team, though.
Finally, get to fight someone. Boom. And
let's go.
Tuck started trying to. He was going with his rights, then he started trying to throw lefts at him, and Tuck's not a big fighter, so he's trying to throw lefts, and Brady's just like, you're an idiot, and just got him a couple times, man, because he didn't know what he was doing.
Love
Like,
it.
you don't like switch hands against someone who can fight. You know what I mean? When you're inexperienced. So it was kind of funny, but
Yeah, Brady's love it.
yeah, but it was funny though. Matthew likes to. Did you see the hit tonight with or not? Was it tonight? No, a couple days ago.
Kucherov.
Yeah,
And
on
Matthew Tkachuk. Yeah, that was it was a good thing. Matthew, when he got hit, he just went with it instead of holding on to it. Nothing. I don't think it hurt him because he came back. But man, that could have been like super, super bad. Awful.
Yeah.
But Happy's okay.
Yeah,
But
look like
yeah,
he came back.
Coochie got jumped pretty bad. He's a tough Russian though.
He is, but he doesn't fight. But he's a tough guy for sure.
I wonder if he's getting suspended.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think I don't know. Slowing down the hit, it did kind of look like he was trying to go shoulder to shoulder. That's what it looked like. And
Yeah.
he just happened to get his leg. So we'll see.
Really good.
We'll see. Let's move on to the Edmonton Oilers, man. Edmonton Oilers are they're back, man. They're back. TSN released its power rankings on Monday morning, and the Edmonton Oilers were sitting in first place. The Oilers have won 8 of 10 games in December and entered the Christmas break on a 3-game winning streak. Zach Hyman is hot. He has 10 goals in his last 9 games and now has 13 goals in the season. Which, I mean, 10 goals in his last 9 games, and he's only got 13 goals this season. So he obviously off to a really slow start, but it's good to see him going. Connor McDavid has 18 points in his last 10 games. Draisaitl, 20 points in his last 10 games. They now have a record of 21-11-2 and find themselves second in the Pacific Division after a very mediocre start to the season. So it looks like everything's back to normal in Edmonton, which is good to see because I'm really hoping that this is the year that they McDavid gets his cup.
I hope so. Be nice for him. Him, Heineman, Corey Perry.
Yeah. Another
poor
final
guy.
loss. Imagine if he goes back to the finals and loses again. It's just like, okay, that's 6 in a row now. I think he should probably just was it 6?
I think it's 5.
It would be 5, right?
I think it's 5.
Well, he went Dallas, Montreal, Tampa, Edmonton. Okay, so yeah, he 4 in a row. So this would be 5.
Yeah, I hope so. It'd be nice for them to bring the cup back to Canada.
Yeah, I know. As a Montreal fan, I'm like, gosh, I don't know if I would love for Montreal to continue to be the last Canadian team to win a cup. But I mean, it's been 30-some years now. I just want the cup back in Canada too, man. As long as it's not the Toronto Maple Leafs, then yeah, I'm ready for the cup back in Canada.
I mean, I'm at the point where I think I'd rather see the Leafs win over, Pittsburgh or just an American team. I mean, yeah, I like Marner, J.T. Let Matthews get his cup, so we'll see. I don't know. I think they're cursed.
Who?
When's the last time they won? 67?
67.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah, 67.
Yeah, and I think there was only 3 rounds. Or is it 2 rounds? Back then, I think there was only 2 rounds. So they didn't even win 3 rounds.
No.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather have them win a cup than just any Canadian team. It'd be nice. So, as much as I'm not a fan of them, but they have a lot of great players. So,
yeah, Toronto. Yeah, no thanks.
I know you won't.
I would never. No, that'd be hard, man. That'd be hard to swallow. Be a tough pill to swallow.
It's like Calgary and Edmonton. All my friends are either Flames or Oilers fans, and they fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
It's like the Battle of Alberta. It's like, nope. Edmonton's in the cup, and they're like cheering for Florida. It's hilarious. Just hate. It's just like the Habs in Toronto.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Philly, Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Tampa and Florida.
Florida. Yeah. So yeah, the Oilers doing well. I'm happy because they got off to a bad start, and you just have to think, oh, I hope they didn't miss their window, miss their opportunity to finally win a cup. So I'm glad that they're kind of found their game, and now we can start talking about the cup again. So it's all good. Happy for the Oilers.
Yeah, we'll see. Skinner has to be more consistent, I think. Hyman's looking better.
Mhm.
I mean, their key guys are starting to score, which is good. It's funny. Dylan Holloway is lighting it up in St. Louis.
Is he? What's he at? What's he got?
I think he's got 12 goals for the season already.
No way.
Yeah, and last year I don't think he even had that to begin with. Let's take a quick little peek at Mr. Holloway here. So Dylan Holloway. So last year he had 6 goals last year. This year he has 13. So he has 22 points. Last year he played 38 games, had 9 points. He's played 36 games and has 22 points already.
Wow.
So he's doing great, man. Happy for him.
Yeah.
So
I think it's funny, man. They couldn't have figured out a way to keep this guy. First round draft pick.
Not only that, man. And Broberg was you had 2 top first round picks that you should have kept and made room for. They really dropped the ball, man. If I was an Edmonton fan, like a diehard fan, I'd be pissed. Because you just wasted 2 picks.
Yeah.
Right?
If you get that cup, then it doesn't matter.
Right. No, of course.
Yeah.
Happy to see he's lining it up.
Yeah, me too, man.
And Bedard's off to another great start. It's good to see him getting his game back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah, he's been finding it lately, eh?
Yeah. Man, he had, I think, 3 points Monday night. Let's take a look. Yeah, he's crushing it.
Yeah, my buddy Connor, he does camera for the Calgary Flames sometimes.
Does he?
Yeah, he does handheld, and he was doing the game against Chicago. And it's funny because he was handheld camera in Regina when Connor Bedard was playing with the Pats. So he spent 2 seasons filming Bedard in Regina, and then got to film him as a Chicago Blackhawk in Calgary. So we thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And you think he was in the control room or whatever, and Bedard was just like right outside the window, and he's just watching them and stuff.
Legit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fun,
nice.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, he's got 30 points, 9 goals, 21 assists, 30 points in 35 games.
Nice.
So, yeah. He's off to a hot start the last 10 games, which is good.
Yeah, that is good, man. I'm happy for him, man. We
man.
want him to be good. Quick shout out before we have a little bit of fun. But the Sabres finally ended their 13-game losing streak. They beat the Islanders 7-1 on Monday night. So we won't talk about them too much, but congratulations, the Buffalo Sabres. You've ended the 13-game losing streak. You guys should feel really proud right now. A successful season overall to snap that. So really excited for them.
God, 13 games.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? Okay.
You think about that. That's awful.
I know. It's sad, man. Sad for the fan base. Sad for the team.
It is.
All right, man.
Such a good fan base.
So,
yeah.
Last pod, we talked about your wife and you getting us cameras. But you also got us the ultimate Philadelphia Flyers trivia book.
Yeah.
You have not received yours yet, but you have a Montreal Canadiens book.
I haven't.
I have a Philadelphia Flyers, and the reason she bought them was so that I could learn more about the Flyers, you could learn more about the Montreal Canadiens, but we could also challenge our knowledge. And tonight, right now, I am going to ask you 10 questions pretty quick, okay?
Okay.
You're going to give me an answer, and then I'm going to see how you did. See how well do you know your Philadelphia Flyers? And you can't Google this shit. What are you doing on the computer? You Googling? Can't be Googling.
No, I'm actually just getting some questions ready for you and see how well you actually know your team.
Oh, really? Oh.
Damn.
I wasn't ready for that. You haven't got your book yet. All right, I like it. Okay, Here we go. All right, Flyers have had 6 players serve as captain for only 1 season. True or false?
6 captains in 1 season?
So 6 captains who've only been captains for one season.
Wow. I'm going to say false.
Okay. Who has held the captaincy for the single longest consecutive period of time? Dave Poulin, Eric Lindros, Claude Giroux, or Bobby Clarke?
Bobby Clarke.
How many captains have the Flyers had? 9, 18, 20, or 15? I feel like that's just a guess, eh?
Well, if it's right now, I mean, you have Coots, Giroux, Richards, Lindros. Who was before him? Oh my goodness. So how many? You said Clarke.
So 9, 18, 20, or 15?
Okay, go again.
9, 18,
Yeah.
20, or 15?
15.
Okay. On January 23rd, 2000, the Flyers traded Rob Brindamore, Jean-Marc Peltier, and a second-round pick, and in return received which future team captain? Keith Primo, Eric Desjardins, Mike Richards, or Keith Jones?
Oh shit. I remember this in the documentary. God, say that again. So Keith Jones, that's out. Okay, say that again. Keith Jones.
The names?
Keith Primo.
The names?
Yeah.
So Keith Primo, Eric Desjardins, and Mike Richards.
I'm gonna say Primo.
Okay. All right. I'll give you the answers after. So which Flyers captain appeared in 8 All-Star games? Claude Giroux, Dave Poulin, Bobby Clarke, Eric Lindros.
Lindros.
Eric Lindros tallied 115 points in the 1995-96 season, eclipsing his previous total of 70 points. True or false?
I don't know. I'm going to say true.
In which season did Captain Mel Bridgman record more than 190 penalty minutes and a plus 51 rating? That's a tough one. 1981,
that is a tough one.
1981, 1982, 1979, 80, 1980, 81, 1983, 84.
Well, that's a big guess because I didn't follow it too much. I was born in 88, so I'm going to go 82.
Okay. That's fair because I was born in 83. So. Okay, during the shortened 2012-13 season, Claude Giroux signed with Isbaren Berlin of the German DEL League before play in the NHL resumed and was named Philadelphia's next captain. True or false?
I don't remember him playing overseas. I'm going to say false.
But he was named captain, I guess, that year.
Oh. No, he wasn't named captain that year.
Okay. Rick Tocchet holds the record for most penalty minutes in franchise history. How many minutes did the one-time captain serve? How many penalty minutes? 1,800, 1,815, 1,920, 1779.
1779.
You seem pretty confident about that one.
I do.
All right. Who is the oldest player to hold the captaincy for the Flyers? Ed Van Impe, Ron Sutter, Jason Smith, or Chris Pronger?
Oldest, yeah. I don't really know the other three, so I'm going to go with Pronger.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Flyers, 6 players served as captain for one season. You said false? It was true. True.
Okay.
That's wild, eh? Okay.
It is wild.
Single longest consecutive period of time. You said Lindros? It was Claude Giroux. The longest serving captain in Philadelphia history.
Good for him.
How many captains have they had? They have had 18. You said 15.
Jeez.
So you're 0 for 3 to start.
I feel like we should have done 5 questions, not 10.
Well, you would have been 0 for 3. 0 for 5.
I know.
So,
oh God.
Who got traded for Rod Brindamore? You said Keith Primo. You got that one. Which Flyers captain appeared in 8 All-Star games? You said Lindros. It was Bobby Clark.
You didn't say Bobby Clark was in the in that.
I said Giroux, Poulet, Bobby Clark, Lindros. Well, I mean, I would assume I did.
I would have picked Bobby. You didn't. I would have said Bobby Clark.
I mean, we can.
Yes, I'm positive.
If only
we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out in the pod. Aren't you recording this?
I am. Yeah, of course.
Oh, you fucking guy.
In which season did Mel Bridgman record those minutes? The 190 minutes.
I said 82.
You said 82. 1980-81. Okay, still wrong. I don't blame you for that one though. Was Claude Giroux named captain during the 2012-13 season where he played in Germany? You said false. It was true. That's when they named him captain.
Wow.
Right?
Jeez.
Rick Tocchet.
What do I even know?
Well, I mean, some of this is kind of tough. Rick Tocchet.
Hey, for sure.
Penalty minutes. You said 815, or you said 1779?
1779.
1815.
Good for him.
And then the oldest captain in Flyers history. You said Lindros. You said Pronger. You are correct. At least you leave on a good note.
Yeah.
Right?
There were some tough questions.
There were.
Yeah.
There were. Well, that's fun, man.
All right, I'm going to give you 5. I'm going to give you 5 questions.
Awesome. Let's do it.
What year were the Canadians founded?
1909.
1909. You're looking right behind you, fucking guy.
What? What do you mean?
Your Stanley Cup thing behind you. Does it say it?
No. Those are just
Does
the
it?
cups.
No.
No.
Good job,
I
though.
just know my
nice
team.
work.
I know my team.
All right. And how many cups have the Habs
24.
won? Yeah, good job. Well, this is easy. I'm not going to even ask you that. Who was the first captain in Canadians history?
No clue. Jean Beliveau? No.
Jack Laviette.
Never heard of him.
What was the nickname of the Canadians' original arena? The original arena, the Forum. What is the answer?
No clue.
The Old Barn. All right. Who was the Canadian player who had 50 goals in 50 games?
Maurice Richard.
Good job. Who holds the most points scored in a single season for the Canadians? 136 points. That's all I'll say. I'm not going to give it the year because it'll give it away.
Really?
Yeah.
Mats Naslund.
No. Guy Lafleur.
Oh, Guy Lafleur.
76, 77. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Which goaltender won the Hart Trophy and the Vezina in the same season?
Jose Theodore.
Carey Price, 2015. Yeah.
Theodore didn't do that?
Nope. John Bellevue served as a Canadian captain for how many years?
Who? Bellevue?
John Bellevue?
John Bellevue?
I don't know. Yeah,
Jean
that's probably
Bellevue.
Yeah.
How many casts?
Yes.
How many seasons?
How many seasons did he serve as the captain for?
I feel like yours is a lot easier because you had multiple choice.
I know it is, but
until you get your book, this is what I'm dealing with.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
I'll go 7.
Okay. How about this? Stop. And answer is either 8, 6, 9, or 10.
6.
10 years.
10 years. Wow.
1961 to 1971.
Wow.
What player wore the iconic number 33 before getting traded to the Colorado Avalanche?
Patrick Waugh.
That was fucking stupid. What? Exactly. All right. I'm going to give you 2 more.
Okay.
2 more. Let's take a look. What nickname is commonly associated with the Canadians?
The Habs.
And do you know why that is?
Les Habitants. I'm not sure.
Why is that? Yes, that's exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Les Habitants.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Les habitants.
Exactly. Yeah, it says the Habs, short for Les Habitants.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what they're referring to in terms of les habitants. Habitants are people who live in a certain.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the link to the hockey team, but I was.
Okay. And
funny.
last question: which Canadian goaltender is known for the phrase, How would you like a job selling popcorn?"
What goaltender?
Which goaltender is known for the phrase, "How would you like a job selling popcorn?"
Ken Dryden.
Yes.
Really? That was just a total guess.
That was such a good guess, man. I'd like to thank ChatGPT for the answers for here. That was great.
I'm excited for you to get your book so we can do this again. And maybe you can redeem yourself.
Next time Yeah, that was tough, man. You gave me some tough answers.
Yeah, but there's lots in here, man. There's lots.
Oh, I think it's great.
Oh, it's so cool.
I would like to do more of the whole NHL, not just the two favorite teams here, but it's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Well, I think that does it for another episode of the Barely Onside podcast. Abbreviated episode of the Barely Onside podcast. Thanks for listening, watching. Please follow us on Facebook and TikTok at Barely Onside Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also listen to us on Spotify. Happy holidays. We'll see you in the new year.
Merry Christmas.